Welcome to Space Matrix. Canada and the United States share more than a border. They share history, culture, and an economy so intertwined that billions in trade cross daily. Canadian lumber builds American homes. American cars use Canadian parts. Energy flows north to south. This partnership is built on trust and predictability, with businesses on both sides investing in the stability of the relationship. The border, the world's longest undefended, is not just a symbol of peace, it's vital economic infrastructure. Families, culture, and even sports teams cross the border, blurring the line between the two nations. But this closeness is also a vulnerability. When one country stumbles, the other feels it instantly. A small political tremor can become an economic earthquake. The very strength of the bond means a rupture could be catastrophic. For decades, this has been a model of international cooperation. But what happens when that stability is threatened? The foundation, it turns out, is more fragile than anyone imagined. The story of Canada and the United States has always been one of peace, but no peace is guaranteed forever. Trouble starts with words: America first. Tariffs hit Canadian steel and aluminum, labeled as security threats. Ottawa retaliates, slapping tariffs on American goods. The trade war begins quietly, but the pain is real. Factories lay off workers, dairy farms and auto plants on both sides suffer. The integrated supply chain unravels. A single part stuck at the border halts production. Anger grows. Americans blame Canada. Canadians blame the US media fans the flames, framing hardship as foreign hostility. Protests erupt. Truckers block the Detroit-Windsor Bridge, slowing trade to a trickle. The dispute is no longer about policy, it's about pride and grievance. Trust evaporates, and every new tariff is a fresh wound. The cracks in the foundation widen into a chasm. The economic pain is no longer abstract, it's personal. The friendship that once smoothed over disagreements is now fraying. The world watches as two allies become adversaries. The trade war is no longer a game, it's a threat to the very fabric of North American prosperity. The stakes have never been higher. The question now: how far will this go? The answer may be more dangerous than anyone expects. The blocked bridge marks a turning point. Trade dispute becomes border crisis. Police and troopers face off with angry truckers. The world's longest undefended border is suddenly fortified. The US imposes strict security screenings, choking trade. Factories shut down, costing billions daily. Canada halts cross-border cooperation, citing lost trust. Criminal organizations exploit the chaos, smuggling rises, and the border grows porous to crime even as legal trade collapses. The US deploys National Guard units. Military presence at the border becomes reality. Ottawa protests, accusing the US of militarization. Washington dismisses the concerns, claiming security. The dominoes fall: economic dispute, blockade, security crackdown, military deployment. The two nations now stare across a hardened, militarized frontier. They are no longer partners, they are adversaries. The world is watching, alarmed. The border, once a symbol of peace, is now a line of conflict. The crisis is no longer just economic, it's existential. The next move could change everything. The conflict hits home, families divided, lives upended. Cross-border visits become ordeals, work visas are denied, towns dependent on trade see mills close, main streets shuttered, schools cut. Suspicion and resentment replace friendship, nationalism rises, Canadians and Americans face hostility in each other's countries. Vandalism and anti-foreigner sentiment grow. The deep cultural ties that once bound the two peoples are unraveling. The psychological toll is immense. Fear replaces familiarity. Shared identity is broken. Neighbors become strangers. The economic and political divide becomes cultural estrangement. The cost is measured in lost jobs, broken families, and shattered trust. The North American family is coming apart. Tensions reach a boiling point. A US surveillance drone strays into Canadian airspace. Canadian jets intercept. A warning shot is fired. The drone crashes. Washington calls it aggression, demands an apology. Ottawa refuses, citing defense of sovereignty. Rhetoric escalates. Talk of red lines and consequences dominates headlines. Global markets tumble. Allies urge restraint. Both countries mobilize. Northcom raises alert. Military assets move to the border. Ships patrol aggressively. Canada, outmatched but resolute, deploys reserves to key infrastructure. The border is now a line of military encampments. One mistake could spark open conflict. Soldiers on both sides are young, nervous, and armed. The world holds its breath, hoping for a miracle. The journey from trade partners to armed adversaries is nearly complete. The border is a tinderbox. Both sides are holding matches. The next spark could ignite disaster. War between Canada and the US would be catastrophic for both. Canada's military is capable but small, designed for peacekeeping, not defending against a superpower. Its population and industry are vulnerable, concentrated near the border. For the US, victory would be hollow. Occupation would mean endless insurgency, global condemnation, and economic ruin. Cities on both sides would become battlegrounds. Civilians would suffer most. The war would pit friends and family against each other. The psychological scars would last generations. America's alliances would shatter. Its reputation would be destroyed. Canada would be left in ruins, even if it repelled invasion. There is no victory, only loss, shame, and devastation. The prosperity both nations built would be gone. A war between these neighbors would destroy North America as we know it. It's a conflict no one can win. The only way to win is to never fight. De-escalation is the first step. Leaders must pull back troops and commit to peace. Angry rhetoric must give way to calm diplomacy. Quiet negotiations, not public threats, are needed to address the root causes. Rebuilding trust is essential. More than a new trade deal, it requires goodwill and renewed cooperation. Cultural and educational exchanges must be revived to restore shared values. Businesses and communities must reconnect across the border. The lesson peace is not guaranteed. It must be chosen and protected every day. The Canada-US relationship is precious and fragile. It's a testament to partnership over rivalry. Preserving it is the greatest challenge and the greatest opportunity. The world's longest undefended border is more than a line, it's a choice. That choice must be made again and again for the sake of both nations.